Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make Moana. We're going to make a Moana inspired hair bow because I found this ribbon while I was digging through the bins. It's so stinking cute and I've only had it for like a couple of years. It's time to use the ribbon. I can't remember where I got this, but I know I did a haul on it. So after I get done with the video, I'll go digging and get the link, and as always I'll leave it in the descriptions box. But we're going to be using this ribbon. Love it. And I'm thinking we're going to go simple today, and I know I always say simple and then I put like all the stuff in one bow, but today we are going to go simple. I'm thinking a couple of twisted boutique bows, one for the base, one for the top, a set of spikes for the middle, and then maybe a twister topper for the very middle of the bow. And I got an ostrich puff. I got some cute little flowers, and maybe we'll work with some tulle. I don't know, but I'm just thinking simple. The spikes, I'm only going to be using one print, and this actually came with this ribbon. So for the spikes, we're just going to use one print. See, I'm going to go simple today. And I got a solid color. I think I'm going to put this behind the Moana print because it is one-sided. So see, simple, hopefully, until I get like done, and then I want to add everything to the bow. I went to Walmart and they did not have white upholstery thread, so I had to get this tan color. But you know what? It's going to work for this because it kind of matches. All right, so this is what we're working with, and I'm going to just plug up the glue gun and get all my stuff, and we will get started. All right, before I start measuring the ribbon pieces today, let me give you a quick tip. This is how the ribbon was stored in the bin. Yeah, I guess I just like threw it in there when we were moving. And because I did that very sloppily, is sloppily a word? Very sloppy. It had all of these crease marks, and just, it was like really rough, and you can't hardly fold it without it looking crazy. If you take your flat iron and just iron the ribbon, just like you would if you were doing your hair, it will make it so smooth. And you can also use a regular iron, but of course I don't like to get that out. So yeah, I just use my flat iron, and I used to have a little mini flat iron, and I don't know where it's at, but it was perfect, and I kept it in here in the bow room. But of course, you know, years gone by, I don't know where it's at. But anyways, it was perfect. It was a small little flat iron, and it was super duper convenient for times like these. So there's that. And of course it's not going to work on all ribbon, but this one is a perfect candidate. So yeah, flat iron. Okay, the measurements for the Moana bow. We are going to be using 26 inches for the top, 26 inches for the base, and this is a 7/8 inch ribbon. So I've got two pieces of the Moana, and then I've also got a piece to go underneath each Moana print because, like I said, they're one-sided. The other side is white. So we're going to be using a yellow, and I've also got a green piece, and 26 inches of each one. And let me show you the difference in ribbons. Remember I told you in a previous video about getting a good quality ribbon? Well, let me show you the difference. All right. This is an Offray brand, and it is 7/8 inch. So this is a 7/8 inch ribbon. This is a 7/8 inch ribbon, and they line up perfect. Both 7/8 inch. All right. Let me show you this one. This is I don't know what brand this is, but it's a cheap ribbon. It's also, I mean, perfect for making hair bows, but there's just a difference in quality. It was labeled as 7/8 inch, but let me show you the difference. All right, I'm going to put it with the Offray. Look, Do you see the yellow showing? Hold on, let me line them up. Look, that, my friends, is not 7/8 inch. But you know what? It's not going to matter because this is going to go on the base bow. So it's going to go under everything, and I'll put this one with the topper. But that's the difference in ribbons. You want a good quality ribbon. All right, let's move right along. For these spikes, I am using 8 pieces. I know I usually use about 11 pieces, but I'm using 8 pieces of this print, and each one measures 6 inches in length. And of course, you're going to be doing your trimming and your sealing, so we're going to take some of this off. So that's what I'm using for the spikes. And I haven't really determined the twister topper if I do it, so we will determine how much of this we will use at a later time. But here's the components that we're going to be making right now. I'm going to start with my 2 twisted boutiques, and then we will work on the spikes. All right, I think I'm going to do the figure 8 method, and I've been doing that a lot. And it's so funny because I was telling you guys that my favorite way to do my twisted boutiques was that easy way. But I think I'm liking the figure 8 method this week anyways. Next week it might change, but a lot of you have asked why I do one over the other. Is it easier? Is it faster? Honestly, I don't know as far as time goes, but I'm thinking about doing a video tomorrow and just seeing which one is quicker, the hand folded, the figure 8, or the easy way. Maybe we'll just do a bunch of twisted boutique bows tomorrow and see which one is the fastest. But today we are going to be doing the figure 8. Now, if you want to, of course, you can use your Fabric Fusion. Look, ostrich puffs everywhere. You can use your Fabric Fusion to fuse your ribbons together, but you know, I hate waiting on that stuff to dry, so I'm just going to hold mine and just hope for the best. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and seal both of your ends together, and then we will start folding. All right, quick timeout. I just made 2 bows, exact same method, same measurements, everything. But let me show you the difference. All right, these are before I sprayed them, so they're a little bit floppy. All right, but this was the first one. Look at that. Normal twisted boutique bow. That's the first one. Now, here is the second one. Do you see a difference? Do you see the larger loops on bottom, smaller on top? Now look at this one again. Exact same bow, measurements and all, same method, but look how different you can make them look. Look at that. See? For this one, I just wanted the larger loops on the bottom and the smaller on top. So when I was folding, I just made sure I had these two slightly larger than these two. See how you can manipulate the ribbon and the same bow technique and make them look different? Love it. All right, I have to spray these, but I'm trying to decide about how I want the top one to look. I think I want it a little loopier. And let me show you a trick that you can do to make them loopy. You can take the loops, pinch them together, and add a little, your pinch clip right here, and hold them together. And you can do that to the top as well. Just put it in the back, and see, that would make it a loopy. It doesn't look all even, but I'll fix that. You can also put this in the front. You can pinch them right here and put this in the front. Be easier when you put it down to spray it. But I think I'm going to leave the bottom like that, but I want the tops slightly pushed in, like flat. So I'm just going to come up here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to line up. That loop is making it difficult for you to see. But I'm going to line them up flat in the center. And then I'm just going to put this in the middle of both. And it's going to hold it in place. And then I'm probably going to get something and put right here after I spray it so it will hold them down. And this is just going to be slightly flatter up at the top. But you want to get them together. And then this is going to go in the middle. And that's the tricky part because that loop is getting in my way. Might have to use two. But see, I'm just flattening out the middle, and then I'll probably lay it down with something right there. So these are going to be loopy and these are going to be kind of flat. I think, I don't know, we'll see. I'll play around with it again. I might change my mind and just make it all loopy. I don't know. But there's so many ways you can manipulate your loops to make it look different. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll probably leave this one, I don't know, maybe I'll flatten it just slightly like I do all of the other base bows. Or maybe I'll leave it like that. I don't know. But anyways, I'll decide that. But I am going to go ahead and spray these and we'll work on our spikes. Alright, spikes are finished. And if you have made it this far in the video, leave me a comment down below and let me know what is the most obnoxious part of bow making to you. To me, hands down, the spikes. Oh, they are just so time consuming. Alright, but I've got everything together, sealed, got some clips to keep these pesky spikes where they're supposed to be. Now I've got glue everywhere. I am going to put these aside and spray them so they are good and stiff. Now let's start putting the bow together, and I think I'm going to use some tulle. I've got this apple green, and it will coordinate with the green in this palm tree. And I'm thinking about putting it between the top and the spikes, like right here on top of the spikes. We're just going to sandwich the tulle in there. And then for the ostrich puff right here, I'm going to put it to the side of the bow where it's hanging out the side, not directly in the middle. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. For the tulle, I've got just a little 4-inch plastic template right here, but you don't have to use it. You know, you can use your hand. And of course, this is 6 inches wide. I'm just going to wrap it a few times around this template so I can get it pretty even. And then we'll tie it off just like we do a tulle puff, but this will be a little bit bigger. All right, so I'm just going to wrap it a few times, and then we'll trim it, of course. And then I'll just slide it and cinch the middle where it looks like a bow, and then I'll tie it with my thread, and then we will go from there. Okay, so here is my little tulle puff, and I'm just going to fan it out, make it good and even on both sides. See, just fan it out. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put these 4 pieces together, and then we'll decide what to do with the ostrich puff. All right, so this is the base again. Going to add my glue, put my spikes down on top, and make sure it's good and secure, and then I will secure it again with my thread. Just going to wrap the 2 together. Alright, now I'm going to add my little piece of tulle right here in the center of the spikes. And if you want to, you can put a little felt underneath, but I don't think I need it. Alright, and I didn't want this tulle puff to come too heavy on the sides because I did want my spikes to show more than the tulle, but I wanted this to come in the middle where it just gives it a nice pop of green. Alright, and you can fan that out in just a moment. Straighten those loops. Alright, and now I'm going to put the topper on the very top. Make sure you get it good and centered. Right there in the center of it all. I'm going to press that down, hold it for a little bit, and then I'm going to secure it again with some thread. Just want to make sure it's dry. I did go ahead and add the bow to the clip. I secured it with a 3/8 inch ribbon in the middle. Now I've just got to determine what I want to put right here in the middle. I was going to use this ribbon right here because it had all of the yellow and the green and the orange in it, but it's also got this purple in it, and there's no purple or pink in the bow, so I don't think I'm going to use that. But I did get some of that green and yellow, and I think I'm going to make a twister topper. Well, I know I'm going to make a twister topper. I just don't know if I'm going to put it on this bow. But let's see how it looks first. And yeah, then we'll go from there. Alright, but it's so simple. to make, and I'm just going to make a small one because this is not the largest bow that we're working with. Just want to see what it looks like. It might not work for me, and that's okay. Not everything works, but we will see. What did I do to my thread? But we will see if we can. I don't know, I just feel like it now needs something in the middle. See, there I go. I cannot leave simple alone. Just have to keep adding things. I also have this pretty green flower, but I don't know if that would look good in the center. I don't know, I'm just not used to adding flowers in the center. I'm not opposed to it. See this flower right here, it's got this little pearl center. I guess we could add that in the middle. I don't know. I kind of like loops. I like puffy stuff, loopy stuff. All right, I'm going to trim that tail just slightly. I might need to trim it more, but we'll see. All right, here's our cute little twister topper, yellow and green, and I might pull the loops out to make it even loopier. I don't know. So indecisive. But yeah. So let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's put the ostrich puff on the bow first, and then we will deal with that middle. All right, this is the ostrich puff that I have, and it's pretty wide, and I'm wanting to put it at the side, and that's just going to be too much hanging off. So they are actually, if you buy these, they're on like, I mean, they're like, it's like a circle under here. So I am going to pinch it and maybe thread it. See, I'm just pinching this bottom. I'm making it a little bit slimmer where it's just not all poofy. All right, so I think I'm going to pinch it, and then we'll add it to a felt circle. And this one is a little bit smaller than the one we used the other day. All right, so I got a yellow one. So I'm going to pinch that, and I'm going to wrap it with my thread and just try to make it smaller. Y'all, I don't know what I did here. All the thread is coming undone. Let me fix this. This is going to drive me nuts. All right, let's see. Well, that didn't work. What did I do? Oh, it's not hooked. Goodness. There's a little hook. There it is. Okay, it's not wanting to go in there. Okay, it did help a little bit. So now I'm just going to attach it to a felt, and I was wanting to put it on top of my spikes, but I'm thinking since it's so long, it's gonna have to go behind like that. All right, so I'm going to just add this. I'm gonna glue this down to my felt circle here. And ow, burnt myself with glue. All right. This kind of looks like that Muppet's hair. I can't remember his name. But yeah. All right. Get up there, little puffies. All right. So I'm gonna have to put it behind my spikes to the side. There's still a lot going on. I don't know, is that gonna be too much? That looks like too much, right? Alright. So I'll just come down, and that looks better. Alright, so I'm gonna glue it to the back of my spikes in between the base bow and the spikes. We're gonna glue that sucker down. All right, I did decide to leave the flower in the middle, but I still feel like something is missing from this bow. See, this is what happens when I do simple. I cannot leave well enough alone. Maybe I should have did the surrounded bows. I don't know. I just feel like something is missing. There's just not enough oomph, if you know what I mean. But that is going to wrap it up for this video, you guys. The ribbon's cute. I love the Moana ribbon. I don't know if I'm going to put this one in the bow box giveaway. What do you guys think? Should I just go ahead and put it in the giveaway? I just feel like it's just not all there. Something is missing. Maybe I'm just crazy. But let me know if I should just toss it in with the other bows. Oh, Moana, Moana, Moana. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video.